Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us as we take you around San Diego. I'm News 8's Jenny Day. I'll get you caught up on our top stories of the week so far and also look ahead at what's to come around San Diego. We do begin with the search for that 5-year-old girl out of Los Angeles that triggered a statewide Amber Alert. Police now do believe the two are in Mexico. A security guard who works at a parking structure there in San Ysidro shared this image with one of our photographers. They said the photo shows Deliza with her father, Ruben Fergoso, walking out of that parking structure in San Ysidro late Monday evening. Ruben is now wanted on suspicion of murdering Deliza's mother. An Amber Alert, you probably got it, was issued Monday after the child's mother was found dead inside her Arlington Heights home. Police later tracked the suspect's white Land Rover to Balboa Park and then the border. Right now, the front office of the Islamic Center of San Diego is open again. This comes just over a week since that deadly attack killed security guard Amin Abdullah, Mansour Kazia, and Nadir Awad while they protected the mosque and school. The Islamic Center says local law enforcement will continue to be available on site for now and that they are working on additional safety measures. The center is also planning a town hall to hear the community's concerns. We are also learning more about a Chula Vista Chula Vista man accused of killing the daughter of his landlord. Police say 41-year-old Robert Watkins had been involved in a dispute with the woman who owned the home that he was renting. On Sunday, the daughter of the home's owner went to talk with Watkins to try to address some of these problems, but we are told she was never heard from again. Police say Watkins confessed to killing the woman whose body was later discovered inside of a suitcase at a nearby park. We talked with Watkins' neighbors.
The only time that we see him is standing outside in front of the house and just smoking a cigarette. He did not drive. He would walk.
Watkins is being held without bail. And a man accused of driving into his family's home and killing his wife is now being sued by his own sons. In December, police say Monica Coates called 911 before officers found her dead inside the home with severe burns. Her son's wrongful death lawsuit claims a restraining order had been issued against Stephen Coates weeks before due to concerns about his mental health. Well, the sons are now seeking damages, funeral costs, and the father's share of the home. Coates does remain in custody facing a murder charge. Well, Kerry Sharon, the 69-year-old Army veteran who was brutally attacked outside of his Escondido home, has died. His wife and friends confirming that news. Sharon, known by the community for his political yard display, had been in critical condition since the attack. News 8's Steffi Roche has the latest.
Well, the attack happened in broad daylight right here outside Sharon's home, which is well known in Escondido for the American flags and also the signs in support of President Donald Trump all around the property. But today, I caught up with Sharon's friends and family who are in a state of shock.
Very strong Trump supporter, but he was a patriot first.
Jim Gilley says he was friends with Kerry Sharon for several years. He was one of many people gathering outside Sharon's home after news of his death broke Monday. This is Maria, Sharon's wife.
I'm feeling very confused because I don't know what happened, They killed my husband, Right now I think it's not true.
Deputy District Attorney Ross Garcia says the attack was unprovoked. The man charged in the brutal attack, Thomas Butler, a 32-year-old U.S. Navy veteran, according to military.com, made his first court appearance Friday, pleading not guilty to attempted murder and other charges. While Garcia said the motive remains under investigation, Sharon's wife of 20 years believes that their yard display played a role. This brutal act horrifying neighbors like Lisa Espinoza.
And it's such a tragedy that this happened to this super nice couple. He was just the sweetest little senior man.
The challenge is to do 12,000 cookies in 7 days.
We looked through our News 8 archives and found this video from 1998 of Sharon helping bake cookies for military troops in the Persian Gulf.
Oh, I never saw.
I took the video to Maria.
I want to remember that way because I want a healing, all city. I want the good heart for everybody.
A short news clip bringing a bit of hope to a wife and neighborhood in mourning. Butler and Sharon did not know each other, and on Friday, prosecutors said that if Sharon died, the charges against Butler may change, but we'll continue to track those developments. For now, reporting from Escondido, I'm Steffi Roche, News 8.
Yeah, really heavy week, San Diego. Steffi, thanks. We do also have an update on the woman accused of hitting and killing a 6-year-old boy in Pacific Beach. She has been ordered to stand trial. 32-year-old Tiffany Sanchez is charged with vehicular manslaughter, fleeing the scene of a fatal crash, and driving with an expired license. It happened back on January 17th in an alleyway at the intersection of Ingram and Pacific Beach Drive. The courtroom was packed to hear Hudson O'Loughlin's parents give that emotional testimony during the preliminary hearing.
Blue, and he was convulsing. I was asked to hold his life down so that we can keep him still.
He just was having trouble breathing, and then we laid him down, and well, he died.
Awful, awful, awful. The trial is set to begin in September. And right now, police and the San Diego Zoo say there is no active threat to zoo visitors after what they do believe was a hoax. Police say someone said they were going to shoot people and animals near the lion enclosure. The park was evacuated Sunday afternoon as officers searched the area and reviewed surveillance video, but thankfully found no suspects. Police say the call was made to California City Police about 200 miles away in the Mojave Desert. Coming up, brand new information after that chemical tank threat here in Southern California. Plus, campaigns are flooding phones with political texts ahead of the primary election. How candidates are getting your information and what you can do to stop them from using it. Really a sigh of relief here in Southern California. All evacuation orders have been lifted as crews in Orange County continue monitoring an overheated chemical tank there at a GKN aerospace facility in Garden Grove. Officials say the tank's temperature dropped to 92 degrees and remains stable. They previously announced the threat of a catastrophic explosion had been eliminated. Air and water tests reportedly are within safe levels. And right now we are hearing from people who are protesting proposed cuts to arts and culture programs in the city of San Diego. Nearly $12 million could be cut. The mayor's office did restore millions for libraries and rec centers in the revised $6.4 billion budget proposal, as well as fully restoring funding to December nights. Many spoke at a budget hearing this week and did a rally beforehand.
Instead of cutting the arts, we should be doubling down. If you really want to cut the budget or activate that budget, you double down on investing in your arts infrastructure in order to attract cultural tourists to come and spend money here. And it's just so incredibly short-sighted.
A final vote on the budget could be taken as early as June 9th and must be finalized by June 30th. Well, the Sierra Club is suing San Diego County again over a controversial housing project outside of San Marcos. The group claims county leaders violated state environmental law when they reapproved the 450-home Harmony Grove Village South development last year. The lawsuit argues the project sits in a very high fire danger zone, relies on just one evacuation route, and fails to properly analyze traffic and greenhouse gas impacts. The group is asking a judge to overturn the approval of that project. We'll keep you posted. Well, the primary election is coming up on Tuesday. Campaigns are flooding phones with political texts. Of course, be sure to vote. But working for you, we also wanted to know how candidates are getting your information and what you can do to stop them from using it. We found many people unknowingly give campaigns permission to text them by signing petitions, donating, or filling out online forms. Experts say you can block the number or simply ask to be removed from their list. The text should quiet down after Tuesday, at least until the general election campaign season really ramps up. And right now, a Lakeside man is disputing parking tickets due to confusion over a no parking sign. Dan Scott says he has parked on Julian Avenue near Channel Road without issue for years, but got 3 tickets since February. The violation traces to a county ordinance about no parking in designated zones, but does not address what the arrows on the signs actually mean. So once again, working for you, we did check the California manual on uniform traffic control devices. We found the arrow points to where parking is restricted.
Arrow facing to the east, which means it's legal to park to the east. As far as I'm concerned right now, it's legal parking for everybody.
The sheriff's office says the citations in the 12,300 block of Julian Avenue were valid and that the no parking signs include arrows indicating the direction that the restriction extends to. The agency says it is illegal to park in any area between the arrows on a set of no parking signs. Drivers who believe they were ticketed in error can request an administrative review within 21 days of that citation. And hey, after 37 years, Pacifica Del Mar is closing its doors at the end of the year. The restaurant has been in this same location since 1989. The Del Mar Plaza confirmed it made the decision not to renew their lease. They added that they are saddened to see Pacifica leave, but they have made a commitment to a new and exciting restaurant operator that's expected to be announced in the coming months. Meantime, Pacifica hopes to find another location. Hope they do. Coming up, a makeover to one of San Diego's most popular waterfront destinations. What is coming and the transformation there along the bayfront? Stay with us. Welcome back to you. County health officials are currently warning of an E. coli outbreak linked to the kebab shop restaurant chain's beef kofta dish. 9 cases have been reported across 5 counties, including 2 here in San Diego. Health officials say anyone who ate at the chain between March 27th and April 30th and later developed stomach symptoms, they should seek medical care immediately. The kebab shop has since pulled the beef dish from its menu and says it is cooperating with the investigation. Well, one of San Diego's most beloved waterfront spots is getting a $70 million makeover. Harbor Island West Marina broke ground this week. The redevelopment has been years in the making. The plan includes more than 600 new boat slips, new restaurants and shops, a pool and a public promenade. It is also backed by a new 50-year lease with the Port of San Diego.
It's going to activate this area more than it had been before, not just for boaters, but for visitors, people walking, people enjoying public access to the bay.
Yeah, the port says the project meets environmental regulations using sustainable materials throughout the build. The marina will stay partially open during construction to minimize disruption to voters. The project is expected to be complete by 2028. And a new report out is painting an encouraging picture of San Diego's wine industry. Cheers. The San Diego County Vintners Association says 2/3 of local wineries reported good or excellent growing conditions in the past year. According to the report, 24% of the region's wineries plan to expand with new hiring in the coming year. Wages remain steady, especially compared to Napa and Sonoma, where wages have really plateaued or declined from post-pandemic highs. The authors of the report said demand for local wines remains relatively stable, but 41% of respondents to the wine survey said sales have declined.
There's just a multitude of factors that have the younger generations turning off. We have a lot of very expensive bottles of wine. Some cost $100, $200, $400, $500 on release, and it's really hard to grasp that notion, especially if you don't understand the concept of wine and the history behind that particular bottle.
Yeah, for sure. San Diego Wine Week does run through Sunday, culminating in the annual wine festival at Bernardo Winery. And Parks After Dark is returning to San Diego for its 5th year starting next week. City and county leaders gathered this week to announce the family-friendly evenings that will happen Thursday through Saturday all throughout the summer. This free summer series will transform 5 parks across San Diego into block parties featuring live music, arts and crafts, sports clinics, and more activities. We spoke with some kids about what they enjoy most about Parks After Dark, and Mayor Todd Gloria also about why these events are really so valuable to our community.
To see nature and see sunlight from the sky. Exercising in the park whenever I'm running, using my energy.
A park full of families, music, games, food, and kids sends a clear message that this space belongs to the community. And that is how stronger neighborhoods are built.
Smart kiddos there. Participating parks will be in the neighborhoods of City Heights, Linda Vista, Logan Heights, Skyline, and Otay Mesa. This all starts June 5th and runs until August 1st. So yeah, next week. Coming up, Chula Vista is expanding service for its free Bayfront shuttle. We're taking you on the move to explain how leaders say it fits into Chula Vista's bigger transportation vision right after this. Welcome back. 16,000 and counting. That is how many passengers the city of Chula Vista says have used its free Bayfront shuttle since launching it last year. And now with the summer months ahead and more people heading to the waterfront, the city is expanding service to keep up with demand. News 8's Vanessa Paz is on the move and shows us how the shuttle is becoming a bigger part of the vision for Chula Vista.
Just last week, the city of Chula Vista announced it's expanding hours and adding a 5th shuttle to its Green Line that connects the Bayfront with downtown's 3rd Avenue Promenade. So starting this summer, the Green Line will now operate daily from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., while the Blue Line stays the same, running from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The city is also adding a 5th shuttle to the fleet, increasing capacity and cutting down on wait times as ridership grows.
Chula Vista's Bayfront is going to be a destination regionally, and we want people to come down and we want our own residents to enjoy it. The shuttle program, which is free, allows community members to enjoy the Bayfront without any parking hassles.
That was Chula Vista Mayor John McCann, and he says the free service, which launched less than a year ago, has already transported more than 16,000 passengers.
This is incredibly exciting for me. It took 22 years from the beginning of the planning to actually getting the Gaylord Pacific open. And I'm just excited because now we have that foundation where people are finally coming down to the Bayfront and enjoying it.
City leaders say rider feedback actually helped drive the latest expansion.
We had a lot of feedback from residents that it ended too soon. So now the new hours will be from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. So they don't have to sit there and go, oh, it's 5 o'clock, so I got to get back. They can enjoy the evening hours for summer.
The changes are part of a summer pilot program with the city tracking ridership to see if the later service could eventually stay permanent. The shuttle is a partnership between the city and MTS, and the entire fleet is fully electric, designed to reduce traffic and encourage more people to use public transit.
People can use public transportation instead of getting in their car. And what that does is it gives the ability to people to use less of a carbon footprint.
City leaders say the shuttle will play an even bigger role as more destinations across the Bayfront open, including a new splash pad under construction and, of course, the Gaylord Pacific Resort.
It's exceeded everybody's expectations. Out of the 6,000 Marriott properties in the entire world, it is number 3 in revenue.
The city has also added live tracking, so it allows riders to check real-time arrival and departures right from their phones. Officials say this new feature will make the service more reliable and help reduce uncertainty for passengers using public transit to get to the Bayfront. In the South Bay, Vanessa Paz, News 8.
Vanessa, thank you. Nice to share some positive news. Also, right now, the Flame of Hope Torch is heading to Long Beach after a kickoff also in Chula Vista. This week, more than 300 law enforcement agencies kicked off the annual Special Olympics Torch Run. They are carrying the torch across 7 Southern California counties. The 10-day journey wraps up on June 5th, launching the 2026 Special Olympics Southern California Summer Games. Best of luck. Hey, and before we leave you, look at this. 3 bat-eared fox kits made their public debut at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. The kits just emerged from their den, and while their sexes aren't yet known, those ears are certainly hard to miss. They're so little, they will grow to more than 5 inches tall. Bat-eared foxes mature fast and are considered fully grown by 6 months. The species is native to eastern and southern Africa. Again, right there in Escondido. They're so, so sweet and little. All right, well, as always, that will do it for us. Thank you so much for your time, for staying informed. For News 8, I'm Jenny Day. Take such good care.